We all know that death is the ultimate defeat. I guess all we are all fighting for is closure to be able to deal with Mohbad's death. Welcome to today's episode of Because I Can. Today I'm here to share my thoughts as always. On this channel we talk about everyday life issues, and today we are here to talk about Mohbad's death, Wunmi, and the DNA saga. Before I continue, I want everyone to know that this very issue is a very delicate and sensitive one. But again, if we allow emotional blackmail, sensitivity to becloud our sense of judgment, we may never get the justice that Mohbad deserves, or the justice that we are all looking for. Before I continue, I just want to take a moment to say thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you so much. It makes me really happy, and I call you all my support system. Thank you for being part of my growth. I am really, really grateful. And for those of you who watched without subscribing, please do not skip the subscribe button this time. Press the subscribe button and be part of the family. Let's jump to the matter at hand. Like I said earlier, we are here to talk about Mohbad's death, Wunmi, and the DNA saga. For those of you who do not know Mohbad, he is a Nigerian musician. Unfortunately, I only got to know him after his death, and I'm sure I'm not the only one on this table. I will also say that I didn't even know about his music, but I realized that some of the music that I was not into was his music. It's really unfortunate that I got to know him after his death. He's a 27-year-old boy with a lot of talent, but unfortunately, we will not be privileged to enjoy those talents of his anymore. They allege that he experienced a lot of bullying, which I'm not going to go into in this episode. I already made a topic about him. I'm going to put the video up here about bullying. That topic was inspired by Mohbad. As a mother, it got me thinking that why will a young boy like that go through such a thing all alone? It was like he was fighting all alone and there was no one in his corner. And I was thinking, where are his parents? I know he's a 27-year-old. He is an adult, but I don't think a 27-year-old is too old that a parent will not stand up and fight for him. And I put it out there today. If you're a mother, you're a father, and you are aware that your 27-year-old child went through, allegedly, all they say he went through, won't you stand up and fight for him? There's a saying that if you do not stand up for something, you will fall for anything. Is a child not worth dying for? I ask. The story of Mohbad as a mother gives me shiver down my spine. Like I feel a lot of goosebumps. I never knew him, like I said earlier, but I went through so much pain with all the information that I saw online. Why will any child that the mother and father is still alive go through such a pain all by himself? It come across to me like he was an orphan. And after his death, I found out that he had a living mother and father. And I was thinking, is it that the parents were not aware of all that he went through while he was still alive? Whatever we do after anyone is dead, to me, and this is my opinion, is just a waste of time. It is just a waste of time. Maybe if the parents put the energy that they're putting now to look for who the killer is, if at all he was killed by anybody, and the issue of this DNA, maybe we will have that young, talented boy still alive. So if you're a mother, you're a father, it is better that you look out for your children while they are still alive. Like they say, na person wey die, na him lose. All of this that we are all here trying to show concern and share our pains is just a waste of time. The true losers here, or the true people who have really lost somebody or who feel the pain, is the wife, Wunmi, and the parents of Mohbad. So if you have the opportunity to still fight for your children, please do. Any other thing that we do after the person is dead is a waste of time. And I will say again, that is in my own opinion. Before I say this, I'm going to say that this is just my opinion. This is just my sincere opinion. I feel that we are not going to get justice for Mohbad. All of this hashtag justice for Mohbad, somehow, if we do get justice for Mohbad, it's going to be like a camel passing through the eye of a needle. That's how thin it will be for us to be able to get justice for Mohbad. And the reason why I say this is that the people who are supposed to come together to get justice are the ones constantly fighting themselves online. How are they ever going to be able to get justice if the wife and the parents who are supposed to come together as a team to fight for this justice, they are out there tearing themselves and sharing unnecessary information and disrespecting the dead just because they want to prove a point? How would they ever get justice? And for the second reason is that anytime we are close to having a headway, there's just this distraction that just comes up. The first one was about property. Few days or few months after he's dead, they were talking about what Mohbad left, who is for. It just, I don't know. Like I say, I didn't know him before, so it took me aback. I'm like, is he that big? Maybe he is. Maybe because I don't know him. What did he have, or what is that thing that he has that is the first thing that we should be fighting about, or is the first thing that the family should be fighting about? Before I continue, I think the biggest problem that we have is we are trying to find out if Mohbad's death is of natural cause or it was being orchestrated by somebody. And again, I ask, if the family don't come together, how would they be able to find answers to that question? And I feel that the more they are fighting, if at all his death is not of natural cause, that he was killed by somebody, it will give that person the chance to cover all his tracks. And if there's any loophole, it will also give the person the opportunity to cover those loopholes perfectly. Because the more that the person distracts them from the question that they are looking for answers to, the more he will cover it so well. Tell me, how will we be able to get justice for Mohbad? And again, in this justice we are looking for, to what end, I ask? They say na person wey die na him lose. Na mama and papa wey let him pikin die na him lose. So instead of us to wait for our children to die before we begin to shout justice, 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 I don't know if I'm sounding insensitive, but I'm saying that when Mohbad was going through all the alleged that he went through, were the parents not aware of all of those things? Or did it also come like a shock or as a news to them after Mohbad's death? That's one of the questions I want to ask. I can tell you guys here that since Mohbad's death and they went and dug him out of the grave and said they were going to take him for autopsy, and we waited for a month, 2, 3, we didn't get the answer to the autopsy. Trust me, I have lost interest in this case. Because it's like my emotions are being poked. It's like a torture. Why am I going back to something I will never get answers to? That is the way that's like I've concluded that there's no way forward. There's no way forward. So I can't let people mess up with my emotions. I am sure Mohbad's death, it was a big blow on everybody. I don't even know him. Why did I feel so much pain for him? Is it because I'm a mother? Or is it because I have a son? Or is it because I feel that no one has the right to bully somebody's child so much according to what we heard online? I know that when we watch all of this investigative channel when it concerns murder, and again, I do not know whether Mohbad died of a natural death or he was murdered. I know that sometimes, even as well equipped as the Western world is, like well rounded, they know what they're doing, and all the resources available to them, I know that sometimes it takes maybe some months, a year or two to get the answers that they look for. But it's just autopsy at this time. Let's even know what is the problem. What is the problem? Let's know why is it taking so much for just autopsy that they went and removed the boy's body from the grave to do. And I still, if I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section. And I'm sure that boy is still not buried. Why can't he just rest in peace, for crying out loud? Why can he not rest in peace? I'm not taking side with anybody. Like, I don't have any reason to take side with anybody. Like, Mohbad's issue is very exhausting. I don't know about all of you, but Mohbad's issue to me is very exhausting. Like, right now, since the case of autopsy, like I said, and they didn't bring back any result up to now, I don't click on anything concerning Mohbad because I don't want to be wounded all over again. What do you guys, what do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Am I making sense, or am I allowing my emotions be clad my sense of judgment? Because right now, like I said, it's too much. That guy, his life and everything around him is full of mystery. And for us to be able to unravel that mystery, we have to be strict. There's no time for sentiment, emotional blackmail. We have to be strict. And they say charity begins at home. If I may say this, let me add this quickly. If we really want to get answers to Mohbad's death, if at all, whether he died a natural cause or someone killed him, like they say, charity begins at home. Let's first take care of everybody that was around Mohbad, including his wife. If you are a suspect, doesn't mean that you did it. So let's first remove everybody and be sure that, okay, the wife is not responsible. The friends that were there on that day they are not responsible. Then we narrow it down. In that way, we can find answers that we are looking for. If anytime they mention Wunmi's involvement in the husband's death, everybody is like, oh, why will you mention a widow? She's mourning, she's doing. So how we will be able to find answers? And for some reason, I think that if Wunmi have a way to help in this investigation, I think she should be willing to do it. Let me go quickly to the issue of this DNA. Why do we even have the issue of DNA right now? Why is everybody, including Mohbad's dad, asking Wunmi to do a DNA test? Can somebody let me know in the comment section? Maybe I lost that part of the gist. Is it that they are now suspecting that the child does not belong to Mohbad? Let me know in the comment section. And again, quick one. But we know that we have people who their 9-to-5 job or they are professionals in telling us who a father of a child is. Please, Nathaniel Bassey, sir, that guy that came and said that Mercy's child looked like you, that they know those people, their talent is to match innocent child with random men to know whether they are the father. Please, we need their services this time. Just release them for just 2 hours. We need them. We need that, their professionalism. We need them in this case so that all of this issue of DNA can just go away so that we can move forward. Let them come and match Mohbad's son with anybody that they think that they are suspecting that is Mohbad's son's father. So we will know that we are moving ahead. Because all of this, do a DNA, I'm not going to do a DNA. If I have to do a DNA, Mohbad's dad is also going to do a DNA to prove that he's Mohbad's father. I've not heard of that before. And for some reason, I feel that we have not given this family, the wife and Mohbad's parents, the opportunity to grieve, to mourn their son. I don't think they have gotten the space to mourn that boy. What has he done that he also did not deserve to be mourned? Why? It's always one goes back online. When do you guys have the time? Mohbad's father and mother, I asked, when do you have the time to mourn your son? Mohbad's wife, have you really gotten any time as a wife and a mother of a little boy to mourn your husband? There's too much distraction. And I think yesterday I saw something about infection and I didn't click on it. I didn't want to watch it. I don't want to hear, but I just feel that there's no need to disrespect the dead. Okay, if someone is your husband and now he's dead and there's so much chaos, for some reason, I don't think you should let anyone come online, be it your sister, to come and disrespect your dead husband. Whatever happened between you and your husband, there's no need. We don't want to hear about it anymore. After all, he has taken the biggest defeat. Death is the biggest defeat. All of this one we are doing, you are just wasting our time. Mohbad is not going to come back. Let's even say he was killed and we finally found who killed him. What are we going to do? Are we going to also kill the person? And even if we kill the person, what is the person's life worth? compared to Mohbad's life. I know he's an adult. I know he was living his life. He had his own apartment. He was a husband. He was a father. He's nobody. People will not say his mother cannot go and breastfeed him or his father cannot go and sit and watch him. But please, parents, take care of your children. If they cry to you about something, fight it. You are here to protect these children, no matter how big, how tall, how successful. It is your duty to fight for your children. If I am fighting for my child and I die in the process, at least I died for something. I died protecting my child. It's getting exhausting, like I said. It's getting exhausting. And please, like I'm not taking side with anybody. I'm going to put a picture up here of a lady who said, Wunmi, just go and do the DNA so we can move forward. If it's money that you need, I can contribute, or you should ask Nigerians to contribute to you. Oh, you needed to see the comment section. You are so insensitive. If we are dealing with this insensitivity or dealing with this emotional blackmail and not, see, we are not going to get answers. To me, I feel that lady is coming from the point of, if DNA is going to solve this issue, Wunmi, please, why don't you just go and do it? Maybe she didn't present it well. If DNA is going to solve this issue, it might not solve it completely, but it might just be a stepping stone to looking for whatever is the cause, if at all there's any cause to his death. I'm not saying someone killed Mohbad. I'm just saying, just in case someone did, who will be responsible? So if the whole world, and again, there's something I'm against. Let me put it out there clearly that there's something that I am against. I don't think the internet or the world has any right to ask for me for a DNA. I don't think so. And even if a trillion of people online says you should do a DNA, do not do it. You don't owe them nothing. But now that your father-in-law is asking for a DNA, for the sake of your husband, just do it. So that we'll know that that one is passed and we'll move to the next one. Okay, let's say you did the DNA and you were vindicated. I know you're going to be angry because trust has been broken. It's not easy for somebody to just up and come and tell anybody to do a DNA. Even if a husband asks his wife for DNA, I think that is going to destroy the marriage, or you're going to be angry as a woman. But I think we can always talk about it. The father-in-law can still come and say, I'm sorry, Wunmi. It's just that in this state of confusion, I didn't just know the best route to take. I am sorry. Why don't you just do the DNA and let us just move? I saw online, somebody left a comment that I don't think Wunmi wants justice for her husband. I don't know where the person is coming from. But like I said, if they say charity begins at home, let's clear the doubt from home before we even go out there to look for who is responsible. Let's be sure that everybody around him, everybody, his father, mother, sisters, brother, wife, whatever, son, they have all been cleared of any guilt, of anything concerning his death. Then we can move ahead. If we haven't cleaned the cobwebs in our house, why are we going out there to clean anybody's cobwebs? And like I said, the more we drag on this issue, the more that if I thought he was killed by anybody, the person is going to have the chance to cover his track. And before we can get justice, it's almost impossible. If I must leave this here, if you are still single and looking forward to getting married, marry into a family that have shame, marry into a family that have dignity, marry into a family that pride themselves in doing things right. And in terms of, and this goes for both ways, both husband and wife, in terms of love, please, as a woman, marry a man that loves you. Marry a man that his family is also happy with you. I know that one we do not have control over, but to some certain extent, marry a man that his family will stand with you between the heavens and the earth if something goes wrong. And a man, please try to marry a woman that truly loves you. Don't say, I'm going to love, my love is enough for the both of us. See, the business of marriage, no love is enough for anybody. Let your energy of love match. If you have 50% of love for the woman, let the woman also have 50%. If you have 100, make sure that her own side is 100. Because this marriage of benefits and marriage of convenience, or marriage of marrying somebody because I want to be famous, because the person have fame, or just everybody have the different motive why they get married to anybody. But whatever motive that you have, please make sure that the motive is of love. So this issue of this one do this, this one do this, you guys wake up one morning, men are just waking up and finding out that their kids are not theirs. Why are you guys doing this? Life is hard enough. Please, you guys should not come and complicate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next episode.